Welcome back to Theya, and welcome to your demo of the Theya Advisor Dashboard. Obviously, as an advisor or a wealth manager, an asset manager, or any number of those types of people, you're going to be involved in managing a whole suite of your customers' keys or just observing your customer accounts. Either way, whatever setup you have, today I'm going to take you through the Theya Advisor Dashboard and show you how to add a master key. And then after you create the master key, how to invite customers, how easy this is to all look at on the app side of things, what the recipient flow looks like, and I'll also show you once you are an advisor and once you have customers added, how you can observe the vault details. And then I'm going to show you what the transaction view looks like. And if you send a transaction, what you will have to do in order to see how to sign it. So without further ado, let's get into it. So first things first, we're going to add a master key. Now this is what you'll see when you first get into the dashboard. The first thing you're going to want to do is go over here to advisor key. Now that we're here, we're going to add an advisor key. All of the Trezor models are what's visible right now, but on your end, you'll be able to see all of the other compatible hardware wallets that are compatible with Theya now and will be compatible in the future. So we're going to click Trezor Safe 3. Now we're here. It says connect Trezor to continue. I have it right here in front of me. I'm just going to log into it. All right, all set. So I'm in my Trezor now. It's going to ask you to read the public keys. Click allow for this session, and then click export multiple public keys. Excellent. I'm going to do standard wallet with no passphrase. And we are all set. So we're going to begin exporting our keys from our Trezor with one click. Click begin export. Again, allow for this session. Export multiple public keys. And we're all set. So it says register keys. Click to register advisor keys. Let's click register. And we're all done. So just like that, 5 keys, 5 advisor keys with my Trezor Safe 3 generated. Each advisor key links to one collaborative custody vault. Okay. So I have 5 public keys currently on this Trezor. Multiple keys can be generated. You can generate many more keys than this, but this is just for demo purposes. You have 5 advisor keys, which means you'll be able to go ahead and set up 5 different collaborative custody vaults with your customers. So first things first, I'm going to show you how to invite customers now that you've created your master key, your advisor key. So we go over here to the customers tab. We click in the top right corner here, invite customers, and I'm going to invite my work email. I'm going to click invite customers just for demo purposes, and you could send multiple invitations out, just separate them with a comma. Perfect. So one invitation has been sent. You can view, you can monitor the status of your invites on the dashboard. Status becomes active once they complete vault setup. So we're going to click visit dashboard. Great. So now we can see our advisor key is in here. The customers we've invited are in here, and their status is invited. Right now, we cannot click into them because there is no vault that is set up. All right, so this is what it's going to say in your email. It says exclusive invitation from your Bitcoin advisor, your private collaborative security vault. And then obviously all the different key options that Theya currently supports. And so it's going to give your customer everything that they need to know in order to set this thing up. So that's what the email says. Now I'm going to show you what it shows on the customer side of the equation. I'm going to open up my iPhone, log in with this email address, and I'll show you what it shows on the customer's end after they download the iPhone app. All right, so this is what your customer is going to see on their iPhone when they download the Theya app and they open it up for the first time. So it says, welcome to Theya, create your self-custodial vault and gain full control of your keys and Bitcoin. I'm showing you this so that if they contact you during any point in the process, you have a reference point about how to guide them through it. So this is what they'll see. Create your first vault. If they're following the instructions, they will choose a multi-sig vault, and I'm just going to name it something like Advisor Collab Demo. Or advisor demo. Perfect. Proceed to setup. In terms of naming conventions, one thing that I might suggest is you may want them to set these vault names up in a standardized fashion, whether it is their name first and then your name, or it is whatever you end up doing. I would just advise that you also give your customers the instruction to standardize it so it makes it easier to manage on your end. Okay. So we click proceed to setup. And now we're going to generate Theya's recovery key first. Here it explains to them, obviously you've used Theya in the past, but it explains to them essentially what the recovery key is. and then they're going to generate their first key. Now, this is where they may need a little bit of help and encouragement, depending on their technical know-how and their wherewithal when it comes to Bitcoin. But ultimately, same old, same old. You go in here, you can either choose a new hardware device. So if they own any of these, or directly from their iPhone. We're going to use the iPhone setup just for the purposes of this demo. And obviously, we always advise that you back these up to the iCloud as well. So that way, in the event that you lose your iPhone or your customer loses their iPhone, rather, then they can go out, get a new one, sign in to the same Apple ID, download Theya, and they'll be good to go. Then adding your second key. Now this is where the advisor comes in. So you see right down here, this is just a demo account called Palantir Advisors. But here, it'll be named whatever your firm is. So for example, if it's the Bitcoin Advisor, the Bitcoin Strategist, Palantir Advisors, whatever, this is where they will select you as their third key holder. So I'm going to click Palantir Advisors. This is the Bitcoin Advisor key. So obviously, this is the third part of the setup process that was emailed to them. During their vault setup, the second key that they choose has to be this advisor key. Now, obviously, if you have special terms of service, we will set those up for you on the back end. So that way, as you go through this, your logo will appear, your name will appear, and your terms of service will also appear. Now, they agree to the terms and conditions, click Add Advisor Key, and now the Bitcoin Advisor Key has been added to the vault. So very easy, very simple. That is the flow of what happens when you invite a customer. This is what happens on the customer's end of things. Now let's go back to the web app. Let's go back to the Advisor Dashboard to see what updated over on that side. So just like that, the customer is now active and visible from the Theya Advisor Dashboard. Very simple. As soon as you add your master key, you invite customers. You could invite one or many at the same time, and then onboard them by having them follow the instructions in the email, including downloading the Theya app, creating an account using the same email address that you use to invite them, and then setting up a multi-sig vault and choosing you, the advisor, as their second key. Now they have a collaborative custody Theya vault with you. Simple, very, very easy, very simple to do. And now we're going to show you some back-end management stuff that you could do, you could take a look around with in the dashboard to help manage their vault, take a look at vault details, and help sign transactions too. So this is a customer page. First things first, the advisor key. You'll notice you have 4 left. Now that you'll recall earlier, I generated 5. Now, after you have just used one of those keys within this particular vault, with the customer you just invited, you have 4. Now, obviously, you can go in and generate more keys as needed, but by default, you generate a set amount, and you could generate as many as you'd like to. So here in the customer dashboard, you could actually now click into it and see the vault name and type. So I named it Advisor Demo. And like I said, for best practices, I advise that you instruct your clients when you're onboarding them to name it something specific, just so they're standardized, they're easier for you, the advisor, to manage as you bring on more and more and more clients onto Theya. So we'll click in. It says Advisor Demo. That's the name of the vault. And now you can see the amount of Bitcoin in the vault. You can see the customer key, which I chose to put this one on the iPhone. You can see the advisor key, which your name and logo will appear here. And then the recovery key that is held by Theya. Now over here in Vault Settings, you have all the functionality as well that you have in the Vault Settings page on your normal Theya application. You can check out the Vault information. Here is the Vault name. The configuration is a 2 of 3 multi-sig. The type is native SegWit. You can see the derivation scheme here, and you could also show public keys right here. So this is the customer key. This is your advisor key right here, and this is the key that is held by Theya. Your output descriptor, you can also export that as well in the event that you need to help with sovereign recovery. And here is a sovereign recovery guide as well. We have our step-by-step manual to help you regain access over your wallet in case anything were to happen to it, in case anything were to happen to your key or one of your customers' keys. That's the key here. Obviously, Theya is here to help you out, but you are here to help them out as well. And so we've given you the tools needed in order to help them through the sovereign recovery process for either your key or their key. So with that, I'm actually going to put the iPhone back up on screen so that you can take a look at what happens when your customer requests to send Bitcoin and what it shows on your end, so you can actually go ahead and sign the transaction. So after you click off of that screen, it says, congrats, your vault is ready. You can deposit funds or explore vault. This is obviously on the customer side of things. And now we're on the Bitcoin testnet. These are testnet funds, so it says TBTC, but it'll say BTC, right? So I'm going to go ahead and send some Bitcoin over testnet. And so that way we can take a look at what it shows on the advisor dashboard in real time when your customer signs a transaction to send Bitcoin using their key, and then it's to you to sign the transaction with your key and actually get that Bitcoin sent. All right, so I've just sent some test funds here so we could demonstrate what it looks like on the customer side when they're trying to send out funds, and we'll go back to the dashboard to show you what it says and how you can actually go ahead and use your key to sign that transaction and get Bitcoin sent from one of your customers' vaults. So I'm going to click send. Then obviously on their end, it gives them this warning, ensure the recipient's Bitcoin address is accurate. And then we're going to enter the address here. Paste from clipboard. Fantastic. All right, great. We're going to click proceed. All right, so we're just going to send a little bit of these funds. We're going to slide to sign. Perfect. Signing the transaction. Excellent. And now, of course, because the customer's key was their iPhone, all they need to do is sign it with their Face ID if they set one up, or their password if they did not set one up. So now it says pending advisor signature, and we're going to go back to the advisor screen. What you will do when your customer signs a Bitcoin transaction for sending, you need to sign it with your key in order for the funds to actually get sent. The way you do that is by going into your dashboard, finding the user in question, clicking into the vault in question, and then you'll see all of the transactions down here. So you'll see the Bitcoin that was received into the vault, and then you'll also see that there is a initiated transaction. It is pending. It is still yet to be signed by us. We can see the sent Bitcoin, the address it's going to, the fact that it is initiated, and the amount of Bitcoin as well. Once one of your customers sends out funds and signs a transaction, you will receive a notification in your email titled Immediate Action Needed Transaction Signing Request. So each and every time your customer is going to send out funds, they won't have to contact you. We will let you know via email. So I would advise you turn on notifications at the very least for the email address that you're going to be using for this dashboard, so that you know when your customers are sending out funds. So then you can go ahead and contact them, verify that they did in fact send a transaction and are awaiting your signature, and then you can go about the rest of the process. So you won't have to be monitoring your dashboard 24/7 necessarily. It'd be a good idea to keep it open and take a look at your vaults, but don't worry, we will send you a notification when your customer has signed with their key and it's your turn to sign with yours. So we're just going to click this to sign. Wonderful. Now, advisor demo transaction signing. We're going to want to review all of the transaction information carefully. Again, double check the address. You can take a look at the amount and the network fee involved. Now we're going to click continue. And now it's going to give us instructions about how to sign it. So of course, for this demo, we used the Trezor Safe 3. So I'm going to plug the Trezor Safe 3 back into my machine, and then we will go from there. Now we are all set. And so we're going to click connect. Is going to take us to Trezor Connect. And now we're going to click allow, export public keys, and we're going to click standard wallet, no passphrase, because that's what we use when we set up our master key. Waiting for connect, and now we can go ahead and we can review this information once more, and we're going to click this button here to authorize the transaction. This is us signing the transaction using our hardware key, using the master key that we set up as advisors. Now it says check recipient address on our device. So I'm going to go back in here, and you can see that address is correct. So I'm going to click continue. It shows us the amount right there. So I'm going to click continue again. And then it shows us all of the information, the total amount, including the fee. So I'm going to confirm that. And now I'll flip back to the screen so you can see it in real time. We're going to confirm it on the Trezor. Now the transaction is signed. Success, transaction signed successfully. And now you can see on the iPhone 2, it has been updated over here, and the transaction is sent. So all the required signatures have been completed. And then back over on the Theya Advisor Dashboard, you can see that the transaction was created, the required signatures were completed, and it has been broadcasted to the network. So that is your all-in-one demonstration of the Theya Advisor Dashboard. How to create your master key, how to invite customers, how to generate more keys if you'd like to, how to look at all relevant vault information, and how to sign a transaction that gets initiated by your customers. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helps you out, and if you need even more help with this, obviously you can contact any of us here at the Theya team, and you can book a call on theya.us. use our schedule feature right there on the homepage, and we'll be sure to get you in and help you out even more. But make sure you save this video for all of your internal purposes. Obviously, if you're still going through the setup process, make sure to send us all relevant information, including your name, your logo, the email you would like to use for the advisor dashboard, and we'll get you set up. And obviously, you can also share this video with other folks from your team internally if they are in the process of getting set up as well, or they need instruction. Also save this for yourself so you can rewatch it if you ever get rusty or you need a reminder on how to navigate the dashboard. That's all. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Take care.